friends slowly stopped coming around because she found them exhausting. The way I'd started apologizing for things I hadn't done, just to keep the week calm. Marcus saw it. He was the only one who ever said it out loud. Months earlier, he'd told me gently, "Man, you laugh less than you used to." I told him to mind his business. He did, for a while. The night before the wedding, both families gathered for the rehearsal dinner. 30 people, a private room, Vanessa's toast list printed on little cards. Everything she'd planned, down to the order of who spoke. Marcus stood up with a folded paper. I figured it was the usual. Embarrassing childhood story, a joke about my haircut in 8th grade. He started there, got the laughs. Then he set the paper down. "I've known this guy 30 years, he said, "and I need to say one true thing tonight, because after tomorrow it's too late to say it." The room went quiet. A few months ago, he told me he couldn't remember the last time he felt like himself. I've watched my best friend shrink. I've watched him get smaller in this relationship a little more every month. And everybody keeps telling him what a perfect couple they are. He looked at me, not at her. "I'm not going to toast you into a life that's making you disappear. If I'm wrong, you'll never speak to me again, and I'll deserve it. But I've kept quiet for a year, and I won't keep quiet on the last night it could still matter." He set down his glass. He didn't drink, he just sat down. 30 people stared at their plates. Vanessa was gripping the table so hard her knuckles went white. And in the silence, I realized I wasn't angry. I was relieved. I'd spent a year talking myself out of every alarm bell, and my oldest friend had just rung all of them at once. The night before, I'd have made it permanent, knowing it might cost him me forever. I didn't show up the next day. The barn, the string lights, 200 guests, the whole thing already paid for. I let all of it sit empty, and I have never once regretted it. Vanessa's family called me a coward. Mine called me ungrateful for humiliating such a wonderful girl. For months, I was the villain of the story. Then the texts started. From Vanessa's exes. From a bridesmaid who'd left the dinner early. From a coworker of hers who'd seen things. The same pattern over and over that I'd lived but talked myself out of. Marcus hadn't seen something I didn't. He'd just been brave enough to say it first. That was 4 years ago. I'm married now, to someone who's never once made me apologize for breathing. Marcus was the best man at that wedding too. This time, his toast was just the embarrassing 8th grade haircut story. Every year on the date that other wedding would have been, I send him the same text. "You cost me the worst day of my life. Thank you." He always sends back the same thing. Somebody had to.